सब कुछ स्टॉक्स की चर्चा हो गई। एक पीआई इंडस्ट्रीज को जरा वापस लेकर आइए। करीब करीब 10% ऊपर इस समय पीआई इंडस्ट्रीज का स्टॉक। ज़बरदस्त मूव इस समय आता हुआ ये स्टॉक अब आपको दिखाएगा 3607। मेहरबून जी, इंडियाज़ बिगेस्ट मल्टी बैगर 5000 टाइम्स रिटर्न दिया इसने, लेकिन अब यहाँ से क्या और कोई ऐसा स्टॉक इसी कैटेगरी में, कोई और स्टॉक जो जिस पर अब दांव लगाया जा सकता है अगर पीआई लोगों को नहीं लेना है, महंगा लग रहा है तो?
No, I think Anuj, if you ask me, I think mixed results be I have from this particular sector. I think from this of the companies in this sector, and knowing that a well-discovered sector tha, people had climbed onto it, people had bought into it, and people made money. Rightly said. I think at this levels, comfort level is not very high because एक दो quarter भी खराब आते हैं. These stocks have the capacity of falling 5, 10, 15% also because they have gone up very high. Valuations are certainly not cheap. Prospects wise, they look certainly good. So I would definitely not like to go with PI Industries or any other stock in this particular sector. सस्ते में थोड़ा सा मेरे को लगता है कि ये full agrochemical space अगर आप देखें, not specialty chemicals. I would say that as a company like a UPL, which has not done much, could be a good bet from an investment angle. But there are other names outside this sector, I think, which I was asked earlier. I would say there are certain other names also which clearly कहना चाहूँगा, I'm personally holding it. I think in the bank space, people should look at the smaller banks, which over the next 2 years could turn out to be 100-150% appreciation. उसमें जो नाम उभर कर आता है वो है Bank of Maharashtra and South Indian Bank. I think the results which they declared were brilliant. अगर मैं करूर वैश्य को देखूं 2 साल पहले का, I think this banks are at the same place where Karur Vysya was 2 years ago, when the stock was around 30 rupees, and today people are buying the stock at around 100 rupees. I think Bank of Maharashtra and South Indian Bank have done the lessons well. Management have done a good job. Bank of Maharashtra's balance sheet is very good. I think these two stocks I would like to buy. And outside in the mid-cap segment, which I was asked earlier, I would like to go with a name like Finolex Cables, where I think the stock is going dirt cheap. Problems are there at the top level, management, promoters level. If and when it gets resolved, I think this is a 20-30% appreciation is a no-brainer. So there are individual stocks which people need to buy. Don't get carried away just by the index movement. Understand that valuation-wise markets are थोड़े महंगे हो गए हैं. India remains a good story. India remains resilient. People are putting money into the market. FIs are not going to sell too much because dollar is at 83 right now. So I think it's a good story otherwise India, but be very careful with what stocks you buy. आज सुबह मैं आपको सुन रहा था अनुज जी, I think people were saying that stocks are down 4, 5, 6, 7% like a Dr. Lal's or others. I think this is going to continue happening. The always temptation is there. They're good companies, buy करने दो without understanding valuations. उसमें ज़रूर धक्का बस लग सकता है, and that's the only warning I would like to give to your दर्शक.
अच्छा मेहरबून जी, एक प्रश्न और पूछूंगा जिसमें मैं कई सारे सेक्टर्स को शायद इंक्लूड भी करना चाहूँगा. आप ऑटो एंसिलरी स्पेस में कुछ पिक कर रहे हो या फिर पिक किया हो या फिर नज़र हो जिससे मैनेजमेंट से इंट्रैक्शन हुआ हो, या फिर एक QSR सेगमेंट जिसमें बारबेक्यू नेशन है, हमारे पास जुबिलेंट फूड्स के नंबर्स हैं, वेस्ट लाइफ जो कि करियर की हाई ट्रैजेक्टरी में ट्रेड कर रहा है, इनमें से कोई मैनेजमेंट इंट्रैक्शन आपका हाल फिलहाल में हुआ हो? कोई स्टॉक रिकमेंड करना चाहेंगे इस स्पेस से?
I think जैसे मैंने कहा कि ऑटो में I think it took me some convincing, but जैसे मैंने कहा कि we could possibly have a secular bull run in auto and also in capital goods. मैंने शुरुआत में अनुज को कह दिया था. तो ऑटो में अगर आप मुझे पूछो तो फ्रंट लाइन में I personally believe that Mahindra and Mahindra जो पिछले 4-6 क्वार्टर से वो करते आ रहा है, and ultimately it is finding the right values. I think this is the stock, even despite the sharp rise the stock has seen in the last 6 months, मैं इसको मेरा best bet कहूँगा in the auto space, और मेरा dark horse रहेगा Tata Motors. I think these two stocks in the auto space I like. Auto ancillary में there are a whole lot of stocks which look interesting, but मेरा personal मानना है, and I think I have told my friends also, so clear disclosure, my personal holding भी है. There's a company called Wapco India, which is now known as ZF Commercial. I think if you believe me, I think this stock can be bought for the next 2, 3, 4 years. Even if you do an SIP, I think you will end up making money. It's a great company. Valuations are a little bit expensive. That's why I'm saying you can do an SIP in this stock, because every pullback in the stock, I think, should be a buying opportunity. 10,000 के आसपास वो stock है. So whatever stocks I've recommended, clear disclosure, I'm personally holding it. No intention to sell any of them.
Okay, मेहरबून जी, शुक्रिया आपका और अच्छा लगा आपसे बात करके। अच्छा, वर्ल्ड कप का क्या 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 आपका वो है, वर्ल्ड कप का क्या प्रेडिक्शन है?
आई थिंक
वो चेंज हो गया पूरा जो हम डिस्कशन कर रहे थे।
तो अगर दिल से कहूंगा तो मैं कहूंगा इंडिया, और भी दिल से कहूंगा तो कहूंगा इंडिया पाकिस्तान फाइनल। बट आई हैव ऑलवेज फ्रॉम द टाइम द वर्ल्ड कप स्टार्टेड, आई थिंक माय मोस्ट फेवरेट टीम पर्सनली यूजिंग माय क्रिकेट नॉलेज, I think has been England. So I think if tomorrow India wins, India has a great chance of winning the World Cup, because I think that will be the toughest test for India against England tomorrow.
बिल्कुल, काफ़ी टफ टेस्ट है। मेहरबून जी, शुक्रिया आपका, आपने टाइम निकाला हमारे लिए, और अब उम्मीद करेंगे कि आगे आपसे और बात करेंगे
Thanks.
और स्टॉक्स पर चर्चा होगी। चलिए,
Thanks.